Welcome. I'm Inger, she is Rosie, and this is Be Free Yoga. We're so glad you joined us today. This is a 1-hour Vinyasa Flow Yoga class designed for all levels. Just modify based on your fitness level, any injuries you might have, and how you're feeling today, because every day is different and every body is different. If you like practicing with no music or with your own music, you're in the right place. If you prefer to practice with my carefully curated playlist, you can find these same classes on my website, www.befreeyogaAustin.com. And that's B with 2 E's, like the bumblebee. Also there you will find a relaxing guided meditation and written reflections on the weekly topic to help you on your spiritual path. Enjoy your practice today, and thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Be Free Yoga. My name is Inger, and you may already know Rosie, my little furry companion. Today is the second class on our series related to the 8-limbed yogic path. We're focusing on the second yama, or code of conduct, which is called satya, or truthfulness. You will need 2 blocks for your class today. And when you're ready, you can join me on your back in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. And even if you think you don't need it, stick blocks under your knees today, just so you feel extra supported and relaxed. Bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And then take a full inhale, feel your belly and chest expand. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Again, take a full breath, fill up your lungs, sigh it out. Then on your next inhale, seal your lips, constrict the back of your throat, and then exhale through your nose, creating a slightly audible Ujjayi breath. As we look at truthfulness today, it occurred to me that you can't be truthful with other people in your relationships until you are truthful with yourself. I think one of the reasons we lie to ourselves is because we're afraid of what the moment truly contains. It may be scary or painful or threaten our ego. So part of this journey is figuring out how not to resist what is contained in each moment. Let your body be heavy, your knees fall open and just melt into the earth. Use your breath as a tool for being completely present. One more big inhale. Exhale, happy baby. Pick up your feet, knees wide, and reach for the outside edges of your feet, or your shins, or the backs of your thighs. Flatten your spine on the floor, and straighten one leg, and then the other. Our playlist today is all music about acceptance. One more inhale. Exhale, release your feet to the ground, flat on the floor. And then grab one of your blocks, tuck your tailbone, lift your hips, and slide your block underneath your sacrum on the lowest setting. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Lengthen through the back seam, flex your foot, and then circle it out to the right. And circle it out to the left. On the inhale, find stillness, flex and lift. Exhale, thread the needle. Send your right foot under the arch created by your left leg. Perhaps you can reach your toes with your left hand. If you can't, that's okay. And then just let your right knee fall open towards the earth. Let go of any muscular energy in that right hip. Continue your Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, release your foot, send your right leg high and long. Then hover your hips, press into your left foot, hover them off the block and pulse. Tiny hip lifts. 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips to your block and plant your right foot. Other side, inhale, left foot high. Flex and lengthen. Big breath in, and then exhale, circle out your foot. First one way, and then the other. Take a big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Send your foot under the arch created by your right leg this time. Reach down and grab your toes if you can. And then relax your left knee towards the earth. With every exhale, feel it sink deeper, your hip open more. On your next inhale, release your foot, send your left leg high, and then hover your hips and pulse. Squeeze your right glute, keep your lifted leg active. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hip to your block, plant both feet, tuck your tailbone, lift your hips, and then remove your block. Slowly lower, one vertebra at a time. Then draw your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze, maybe rock side to side. And reach down for the backs of your thighs, rock and roll up, and come into tabletop. Plant your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. We're going to start today with a cat on the inhale. So inhale, cat, round your spine. And then exhale with lion's breath, cow pose. Lion's breath, you open your eyes and your mouth as wide as you can, stick your tongue out and exhale loud. It's a little silly, but just go with it. Likely you're alone at your house anyway. Inhale, round. Exhale. Reach your heart forward one more time. Inhale, round cat. Exhale, cow with lion's breath. Come back to neutral tabletop. Now side to side, look to the right. Draw your right hip and shoulder together. Squeeze that side of your body. Then the other side, look to the left. Squeeze your left hip and shoulder together. Inhale through center. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale through center. Exhale, squeeze. Then come back to the middle, tuck your toes, and exhale into downward facing dog. Take a bend in your knees to flatten your spine. Relax your head between your biceps. Rotate your inner elbows forward. Then lift your tailbone as you press your chest low. Pedal out your feet. Find stillness. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. And exhale, take tiny steps forward for ragdoll. Feet hip-width distance apart, hold opposite elbows. Let the weight of your arms shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Let your torso hang heavy. And shake your head yes. And shake your head no. Release your hands to the earth. Toe heel your feet together, slight space between your heels, and then roll up slowly with soft knees and a heavy head. When you get to the top, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, tighten everything, and then relax. Again, shrug and relax. One more time, squeeze your shoulders high and exhale, relax. Bring your hands to your heart and close your eyes. Samastitihi. When my children were young, I used to tell them if anybody was ever mean to them or they started to question themselves, to know their own truth. Today, I challenge you to know your own truth. Be in touch with where you're at today, what's possible for you, what's good for you. And find acceptance of your body the way it is and your practice as it is today. Make good choices. Open your eyes, release your hands to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach high. Starting from the floor, pick up your 10 toes and spread them wide on the earth. Create a strong base. Then lift your knees, activate your quads. Tuck your tailbone, lift your heart and chin. Let your shoulders raise naturally as you grow your arms longer. Palms face each other. Big inhale. Exhale, back bend with a lat pull down. Engage your glutes and belly as you look up and really squeeze your elbows down to activate the sides of your back. Inhale, back through mountain. We're going to do that 3 times. Exhale, lat pull down, back bend, squeeze the sides of your back. You can pretend you're on one of those lat pull down machines. One more time, squeeze. Inhale, back through mountain. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, flow down like water. Shift your weight forward, lengthen through the back seams of your legs. Let your head be heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on your shins. Find cow in your spine, tweeze your shoulder blades together and look down at the top of your mat. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, fingers spread wide and step back. You can be on your knees for this, but push into the floor, expand the valley between your shoulder blades. Draw everything into the midline. Stay strong. Inhale, camel pose, lower your knees, untuck your toes and rise up, hands reach for the sky. Look up, keep your belly engaged, draw your thighs together. This posture today is going to symbolize clear seeing the moment just as it is. One more breath in. Exhale, child's pose. Sink your hips to your heels and your forehead and hands to the mat. Keep your elbows off the floor. Today, this posture symbolizes acceptance of the moment just as it is. Stay here for one more inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands forward a little bit more. Find length in your side bodies. Inhale, upward facing dog. Rainbow your hips up and then send them low as your chest reaches forward. Open your heart. Your knees can stay on the floor if you want. Exhale, down dog, tuck your toes. Use your core to lift your hips high. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or hop to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, root down to rise up. Exhale, lat pull down, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. We're linking breath to movement now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Step it back. Inhale, camel, lower your knees. Rise up. Take a little back bend, look up. And exhale into child's pose. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale, upward facing dog, rainbow your back up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lead with your hips. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, step or hop to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain swan dive up. Exhale, lat pull down, squeeze your back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, camel. Lower your knees, rise up. See things clearly. Exhale, child's pose. Accept it as it is. Big breath in, sink your hips down to your heels. Exhale, walk your hands forward a little more. Inhale, upward facing dog. Reach your heart forward, tweeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, down dog. Your full inhale. Your full exhale. Inhale, send your right leg high. Dial your right pinky toe down. Squeeze your right glute. Balance your weight in your hands. Full breath in, lift your heel higher. Exhale, knee to nose, round and curl. Make your right leg small. Draw your heel towards your glutes. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Push the earth away as you step through lightly. Engage your core, tent your fingers, lengthen your spine. Inhale, warrior one. Shorten and widen your stance so you can plant your back heel. And then rise up, reach your hands skyward. Check in with your front knee. You want it stacked over your front ankle, but bent as much as you can while keeping your back heel on the floor. Then push into your back foot to send your left hip forward. Inwardly rotate your back thigh. Keep your core engaged to support your spine. One more inhale. Exhale, hold opposite elbows behind your back. Inhale, puff up your chest. And exhale, humble warrior. Bend forward, bring your right shoulder inside your right knee. Use it to direct your knee towards your pinky toe. Relax your head and neck and keep the bend in your front knee. We're all warriors in this life who strive to be humble, but pick your battles. Don't resist the moment. Fight bigger and more important things. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the earth, lengthen your spine. Exhale, modified ostrich. Walk your hands to the upper left corner. And then maybe you want to widen your stance a tiny bit, work your left foot back. Your goal here is down dog in your upper body and warrior two in your legs. Keep your front knee open. Reach up high through your tailbone and press your chest low. Stay for a breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, walk your hands to the center of your mat. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. I'm going to do a halfway lift so you guys can see how cute Rosie is right now. Look at that. All right. Hold opposite elbows. Shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Relax your head and neck. Being fully present in moments of rest helps charge you up for the rest of class. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the earth. Exhale, Skandasana. Bend your left knee and straighten your right leg. You have several options here. Your heel may or may not be on the floor. Either way is fine. Outwardly rotate your front thigh and point your toes skyward. If it's hard for you to get in this position, you can also do a side lunge. Just make sure your hips direct back and your knee tracks over your toes. Once you're here, maybe you want to block to help you balance so you can stack your shoulders over your hips. You might bring one hand to your heart, maybe two hands. Keep your toes pointed to the sky. Slow, deep breaths. On your next inhale, warrior two, you can use your hands to help with the transition. Surf up and bend your front knee. Redirect your back toes to the front of the room. Keep your front knee open, active arms. Exhale, triangle. Straighten your front legs, send your hips back, and bring your arms to north and south. How can you rotate your rib cage more? Keep a micro bend in your front knee to bring it into your muscles and out of your joints. Gaze up to bring the twist into your cervical spine. Inhale, reverse triangle. Hips move forward. As you reach back, find length in both sides of your body and look up to the sky. Full inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Ride your breath down. Engage your core. On the inhale, shift your weight forward, standing split. Root into your right foot. Lift your left foot. Scissor your thighs together. On the inhale, lift your heel a little bit higher. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Lengthen the backs of your legs. Keep your weight forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat spine, open heart. Exhale, modified crow. Bring your hands to the earth, fingers spread wide. Open your knees, send your heels and hips high, and then look forward in front of you. Now we're going to take a few tiny hops back. This is just a way to get used to having your weight in your hands. Meet in high plank. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower halfway, heart open, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath in, reach your tailbone high. Exhale, send your heels low. Inhale, left heel high. Scissor your thighs together, reach through your heel. Exhale, knee to nose, round and curl. Push the earth away from you, round your spine. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through, heel to toe if you can. Inhale, warrior one. Shorten and widen your stance. Plant your back heel and rise up. Send your right hip forward. Check in with your front knee as it's stacked over your heel. Lift your chin. Support your spine. One more inhale. Exhale, hold opposite elbows. Maybe take the opposite grip now. Inhale, puff up your heart. Exhale, humble warrior on the other side. Left shoulder inside your left knee. Relax your head and neck. Keep your front knee bent and open. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the earth, long spine. Exhale, modified ostrich. You can widen your stance. Walk your hands to the corner of the room. Keep your front knee bent and open and press your chest low. Let your head hang between your biceps. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands to the right side. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hold opposite elbows. Traction your heels away from each other. Lengthen the backs of your legs. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana to the back. Bend your right leg. Straighten your left leg. Maybe find your block so you can have good posture. Outwardly rotate your thigh. Point your toes up. Maybe bring one hand to your heart or another. Micro bend your left leg and traction your heel towards you for added stability. Remember, you always have the option of the side lunge. Can you push into your right foot? Really keep that leg engaged so you're not just sitting on your heel. On your next inhale, warrior two. Blossom forward. Spread your wings, open your front knee. Exhale, triangle. Send your hips back. Draw your left ribs under your right ribs. Keep your spine long and lifted. Press into your front big toe. Inhale, reverse triangle. Hips move forward. Look up to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Windmill down, back heel lifts. Inhale, standing splits. Shift your weight forward. Lift your right heel. Don't let your hip open. Keep it dialed down. And squeeze your right glute. Keep your lifted leg as active as your standing leg. Press into your left big toe. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, modified crow. Hands to the earth, fingers spread wide, knees open, heels and hips lifted. Really think about lifting your belly, drawing in your core. Look forward and let the weight go into your hands for the tiny hops back. Then exhale into chaturanga. You can be on your knees, you can skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, release some heat. Inhale, right leg high. Linking breath to movement. Exhale, knee to nose, round and curl. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step through lightly. Inhale, warrior one. Back toes point to 10 or 11 o'clock. Rise up. Exhale, hold opposite elbows. Inhale, open your heart space. Exhale, humble warrior. Stay for a breath in. Sink deeper on the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the earth. Exhale, modified ostrich. Walk your hands to the corner of the room. Stay for an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, press your chest lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana. Walk your hands all the way back. We're just here for one round of breath. Maybe find your balance. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, stay there. Inhale, warrior two. Surf forward, point your toes to the front of the room. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Sash your hips forward. Exhale, low lunge. Ride your exhale down. Inhale, standing splits. Scissor your thighs together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep a bend in your knees to flatten your spine. Exhale, modified crow. Look in front of you. And then exhale, hop it on back. Go through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Your deep inhale. Sigh it out. One more side to go. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, knee to nose. Draw it in, make your legs small. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through. Engage your core, weight in your feet. Inhale, warrior one. Find acceptance in your practice just as it is. Exhale, hands behind your back. Exhale, humble warrior. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, sink your torso lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, modified ostrich. Maybe step your back foot back as you reach to the corner. Inhale, open your knee. Exhale, press your chest low. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana. Point your left toe skyward. Stay for a breath in. Stay for a breath out. Inhale, warrior two. Use your legs as much as possible. Ride it forward. Exhale, triangle. Keep your spine long and lifted. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, low lunge. Slow, like you're moving through honey. Don't rush anything. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold. Feet come together. Inhale, halfway lift, open heart. Exhale, modified crow. Hands to the earth, knees wide, look forward. Exhale, hop your way back to your chaturanga. Elbows in, open heart. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Press your chest to your thighs on the exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. And exhale, come to a seat. Woohoo! We did it. Whether you were successfully doing those little hops back or not is really not important. No one is the police of you but you, and I say you resign that job. Whatever movement you've done today is more than you would have done if you hadn't come to your mat. So getting here is half the battle. And it's good that I reminded you all of that because we're about to do the swinging door core exercise, which I love. But don't worry, there's lots of ways to modify it to where you're feeling good today. So come sitting in staff pose and bring your blocks on the low setting by your hips. Sit up tall and fold your hands over the front of your blocks. One thing you can do is just pulse each leg off the floor with your core engaged. Maybe you want to just hover your hips, draw your shoulders from your ears and hold that. Or if you want to join me in swinging door, here we go. Inhale, lengthen your arms, hover your hips, hover your left heel off the floor. Then exhale, bend your right knee, swing your hips up, keep your chin tucked. And inhale, lower to the hover. We're going to do it 5 times. Exhale, swinging door. Inhale, hover. Exhale, swinging door. Really squeeze your right glute. Push into the earth with your right foot. 2 more. You got this. Remember to breathe. Woo-hoo. So hard. 1 more. And then exhale, lower your hips, shake out your wrists. Woo. One side down, one side to go. Remember your modification options if you want them. Fold your hands over your blocks. Inhale, hover your hips. Hover your right foot this time. Exhale, bend your knee, lift your hips, tuck your chin. Inhale, hover. Exhale, swing it up. Visualize a swinging door. Your knee is the joint or the hinge. Oh, let's slow it down. Let's take this last one really slow. Lift your hips, push into the earth, and then lower it down. Ooh, that was great. Set your blocks to the side, and then we're going to meet on our back in Supta Baddha Konasana for some Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. You don't need your blocks this time. You're warm now. Your knees can fall open. Bring your hands behind your head. And notice how your head is in line with your shoulders and your hips, and try and keep it that way. Full breath in. Exhale, lift your chest and chin towards the sky. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Option to float your feet off the floor if you want to make this a little more challenging. Keep your lower back glued to the floor and try and lift both shoulder blades up when you crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next time we're going to do a clamshell lift. Draw your elbows to your knees. Then inhale, hover your head and your feet. Exhale, clamshell. Inhale, hover. Now, next time you clamshell, try and lift your hips as much as your shoulder blades off the floor. Really squeeze your lower ribs towards your hip bones. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a long good morning stretch. Point your toes to the front of the room. Reach your arms overhead. Soften your belly. Full inhale. And then exhale, come back into Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees wide, soles of your feet together. One hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Reconnect with your breath. Use it as a tool of acceptance. And check in with yourself. Byron Katie says, life is simple. Everything happens for you, not to you. Everything happens at exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. You don't have to like it. It's just easier if you do. I love that. It really comes down to our belief in a benevolent universe, which is a belief that makes me feel better. I don't know about you. All right. We have one more standing series on each side before we stretch. You got this. On your next inhale, reach down and close your legs like a book. Grab the back of your thighs and start to rock and roll up. Cross your legs, plant your hands. You can go through a chaturanga. You can meet in down dog, or you can even meet at the top of your mat. We'll be there shortly. When you get into your down dog, notice what's changed. How does your body feel different now than at the beginning of class? Inhale, look to the top of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop to the front, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low, reach high. Send your heart forward and your hips back. Full breath in. Exhale, lat pull down, squeeze your lats. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. That was just the warm up. Now step your feet hip width distance apart for awkward pose. Inhale, awkward pose. Send your hips back. Interlace your hands and press your palms forward. You can stay right here with a lifted heart, or you can go to the next level, rise up on your tiptoes, spike your heels, and try and parallel your thighs with the floor. Keep your spine long and lifted. The third level is to knock your knees together and lower to a hover. Don't rest completely on your heels. Then point your knees down, try and parallel your thighs with the floor. Keep your core drawn in. Remember to breathe. I know this is hard. On your next inhale, push into the floor and rise up to mountain. Oh, so hard. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Flow down like water. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left foot back. Beautiful. Engage your core, tent your fingers. Inhale, warrior two, plant your back heel, windmill up. Imagine you're pressing down on water, fire up your triceps, bend your front knee. Inhale, hold opposite elbows behind your back. Exhale, ostrich. Hinge forward. Bring your right shoulder towards the inside of your right knee. Keep your front knee bent and open and relax your head and neck. Stay connected to your breath. I know your legs are tired. On your next inhale, release your grip, halfway lift. Exhale, head to ankle pose. Reach your right arm between your legs and press on the outside edge of your front shin. Imagine you're so flexible you could draw your head and shoulder under that front leg. Just try, you don't have to do it. Stay for a couple breaths. Keep your hips high to make room. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana to the back. Whew. Feel the relief as this leg stretches. Keep your inner thigh rotating to the sky. Slow, deep breaths. Maybe you can find your balance. On your next inhale, walk your hands forward to low lunge. On your next inhale, shift your weight forward and start to rise up all the way into one-legged mountain. Level your hips, flex your foot, parallel your thigh with the floor. Micro bend your standing leg, grow your torso taller, big inhale. Exhale, tree pose. Listen carefully, kickstand your foot on the floor today and open your left knee sideways. Hold your opposite elbows behind your back. And imagine a taproot growing from your standing foot all the way to the center of the earth. Find your drishti, get steady, and then close your eyes. Notice how your balance does when your eyes are closed. On your next inhale, mountain pose. Plant your feet together, sweep your hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Tweeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, low lunge, right foot back. Inhale, warrior two. Plant your back heel, rise up. And then exhale, grip opposite elbows. Keep your front knee open, your knee stacked over your ankle. Big breath in. Exhale, ostrich pose. One more side to go before we stretch. Relax any tension you're holding in your head and neck. On your next inhale, halfway lift. And then move into head to ankle pose. Reach your left hand through your legs to the outside edge of your shin. Imagine working your left shoulder and head under your leg. Notice the difference on this side. Can you go further? Do not go quite as far. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the earth, long flat spine. Exhale, Skandasana. Bend your right leg. Find your balance. One more inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Walk your hands like a spider all the way to the front of the room. Root into your left foot, big transition. On the inhale, shift your weight forward and rise all the way up to one-legged mountain, slow and controlled. Flex your foot, bend your knee, grow 1 inch taller, lift your chin. Exhale, tree pose on the other side. Kickstand your foot, really open your right knee. Press your foot into your ankle into your foot, and then close your eyes. How can you open your shoulders down your back, even in this position? On your next inhale, mountain. Plant your feet together, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, last chaturanga of class. You can take it, you can skip it, but whatever you do, don't resist it. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full deep breath in. Side out. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Stay upright for a moment and gaze over your right shoulder. Make sure your toes point to the back of the room. Then work your shin towards the front of the room. If it's not all the way there, keep your toe pointed. One more breath in. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. I like to use a block as a pillow, but lower down. Try and support yourself with blocks under your head or your hip. On the inhale, squeeze your thighs together, and on the exhale, let your hips sink low. On your next inhale, rise back up onto your hands. Sit your hips to the right and swing your left leg around, right foot inside your left thigh. Reach your arms high. Use the strength of your obliques to rotate your torso towards your extended leg. Hollow out your belly and then fold forward over your hollowed out belly. You may hold your foot, you may hold your shin, you may hold your thigh. Wherever you are, focus on a long, flat spine and then reaching your chest down. On your next inhale, rise up. Face the front, rainbow your right arm up and over for a side bend. You can use the pressure between your left arm and leg to rotate your rib cage, open your right shoulder, and then gaze up underneath your armpit. Flex your left foot. Inhale, rise up. Pick up your left foot and cross it over your right thigh for half Lord of the Fishes. Bring your left hand behind your back, right elbow outside your thigh, and then twist. Look to the back of the room. Make sure you're rooted into both sits bones. Long, straight spine. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind. Swing your leg around and find your way back into down dog for the final side. Inhale, send your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the other side. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Stay upright long enough to look over your left shoulder. Check in with your toes, level your hips. Then come back through center and lower down. Release any tension you're holding in your hands or your face. On your next inhale, rise up onto your hands. Remove your block if you have one. Sit your hips to the left and swing your right leg around. Left foot inside your thigh. Lengthen, rotate, and fold. You can even use your hands to help twist your shoulders to frame your extended leg. On your next inhale, rise up. Face your shoulders to the front, rainbow your left arm up and over. Remember to use the pressure between your arm and your leg to rotate your rib cage as you fold. Gaze up past your armpit. On your next inhale, rise up. Pick up your right foot, plant it on the outside edge of your left thigh. Bring your right hand behind you, left elbow to the outside of your thigh, then look to the back of the room and twist, half Lord of the Fishes. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind. Find your way into high plank, or you can be on your knees or even down on your belly. Draw everything to the midline, push into the earth, lift your head, then shift your weight forward into the count of 5. Slowly lower down, grasshopper your elbows back. Baby cobra, zip your legs together. Press the tops of your feet into the floor so that your knees lift. Grasshopper your elbows back. Press your pubic bone down and then inhale. Lift your chest and chin. Look down at your mat. Little to no weight in your hands. Use your back body to keep you lifted. Full breath in. Keep pushing into the tops of your feet. Exhale, release your left cheek to the mat. Arms by your sides. Heels fall out. Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your awareness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you are having. Eckhart Tolle. Bring your chin back to center. Bend your knees, capture the outside edges of your feet for floor bow. Press your pubic bone down. On the inhale, kick into your hands, float everything off the floor. Roll onto the soft part of your belly. Keep your knees drawn towards each other, hip width distance apart. Lift a little higher. Exhale, release your right cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper your feet from side to side to release your lower back. Come back through center. Frame your heart with your hands. Push into your hands and come to lying on your back. Move into happy baby like we did at the beginning of class. Glue your lower back to the floor and then straighten one leg and then the other. One more big inhale. Exhale, full wind removing pose. Curl up into a tiny ball. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Give yourself a hug. Another opportunity to practice acceptance. Full breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Stretch your legs long. Wrap your shoulder blades underneath you to open your heart. Palms face up. One of my favorite quotes about accepting our moment as it is by Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and attend to them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Rest for a couple more minutes in your Shavasana. The stillness we've been working towards for our whole class. Start to deepen and lengthen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle out your ankles and your wrists. Let your head fall to one side and then to the other. Take a long good morning stretch. Point your toes, let your lower back arch up. Full inhale. And exhale into fetal pose on your favorite side, using your bicep as a pillow. Cozy in and round your spine. We die to ourselves in corpses pose, and we're reborn in fetal pose. So whatever the moment contains, if we accept it fully, there's always another moment right after that. This week, know your own truth. If you find self-doubt or criticism come into your head, return to your breath and know that you're safe to see the moment clearly because you're loved and supported. On your next inhale, push into your top hand. Come up to a seat on your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center and close your eyes. Lengthen your spine and notice the energy moving up and down through your spine and your chakras. Take a full deep breath in. Feel your chest press into the outside edge of your thumbs. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And bring your hands to third eye center. The light, the love, the teacher, the student, and the hot mess in me recognizes and adores the light, the love, the teacher, the student, and the hot mess in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time at Be Free Yoga.